Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Fussell, this is Business 101. Today we're going to be going over business growth. This is for the GCSE level AQA exam board. So business growth is important as it enables businesses to increase the scale of their operation and competitiveness. This may be done either internally, organically, or externally, inorganically. Internal growth, otherwise known as organic growth. A business grows when it sells more output over a period of time. Business growth is often an important business objective because it may help to increase market share, improve profits, increase revenue, and help a business to open more branches. Business growth can occur in a number of ways, from employing more people, from opening more branches, from increasing sales or revenue, and from increasing profits. Internal growth, or organic growth, occurs when a business decides to expand its own activities by launching new products and/or entering new markets. Businesses do this in order to improve their chances of increasing their customers, revenues, and profits. New products. Many new businesses start out with one product idea. Once a business has a market it already sells to, it is easier and less risky to expand its product range with related products. To ensure internal business growth is successful, a business can engage in research and development, which is work directed towards the innovation, introduction, and improvement of products and processes. So here's an example. An established soft drinks brand or manufacturer might start off selling one cola product. Because of changing tastes, competition, and business growth, it might later expand its product portfolio with new drinks such as vanilla cola, cherry cola, lemon cola, and sugar-free cola. Entering new markets. A business may decide to enter new markets to try to achieve growth. However, this comes with a higher risk than developing new products. This is because the business will not have dealt with these markets before, and entering the markets may be complex and expensive. There are three ways a business can attempt to enter new markets: entering overseas markets, amending its marketing mix, and taking advantage of technology. A business that operates in a domestic market might consider beginning to trade in other countries to try to achieve growth. Operating in this way could give the business access to a brand new market, which could prove extremely successful and increase profitability. However, developing new, unfamiliar markets can be complex and expensive. Whenever a business enters a new market, it is vital for it to re-examine its marketing mix. This is particularly important when a business is considering entering an overseas market, because the business might not know or understand the new market. For example, the price might need to be changed so that the product appeals to the new market. Alternatively, the new market might not know about the brand at all, in which case the marketing mix would need to be changed to encourage people to try it. Businesses may also take advantage of new technology to target new markets. For example, a business could use e-commerce to enable customers to buy products even if they do not live near its store. New technology may also mean items are cheaper to produce, so a business might be able to lower prices and target a lower income market. So, what is an advantage of internal growth? Well, one advantage is a business can maintain its own values without interference from stakeholders, and higher production means that the business can benefit from economies of scale and lower average costs. And what of the disadvantages of internal growth? Well, there may be a long period between investment and return on investment. Growth may be limited and is dependent on the reliability of sales forecasts. Now we can move on to external growth, also known as inorganic growth. So, the first thing you need to know about external growth is mergers and takeovers. Okay, so external growth usually involves a merger or takeover. A merger occurs when two businesses join to form a new but larger business. A takeover occurs when an existing business expands by buying more than half of the shares of another business. This is also known as a hostile takeover. So, how about an example of a merger and a takeover? So, here's an example of a merger. Business A and Business B each want to expand, but do not feel they can get any bigger alone. The two businesses decide to come together and share their locations, stock, marketing, products, and staff. This allows them to grow together as a single business. Whereas an example of a takeover, Business A decides it wants to grow, but the area it wants to grow into is already occupied by a similar or smaller business called Business B. Business A decides to buy over 50% of the shares in Business B in order to take control. This gives Business A access to growth through ownership of a new business in either the same or a different area of the market. So let's quickly discuss the four merger and takeover methods, okay? So this is horizontal, forward vertical, backward vertical, and conglomerate. Horizontal integration. Horizontal integration occurs when two competitors join through a merger or takeover. The new business then becomes more competitive and increases its market share. This gives it more control when negotiating and setting prices. Forward vertical integration. Forward vertical integration occurs when a business takes control with another that operates at a later stage in the supply chain. Backward vertical integration. Backward vertical integration occurs when a business takes control of a business earlier in the supply chain. And conglomerate integration. Conglomerate integration occurs when businesses in unrelated markets join through a merger or takeover. This enables businesses to spread their risk over a wider range of products and services. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of external growth? Well, the advantages are competition can be reduced and market share can be increased very quickly overnight. Disadvantages include it being expensive to take over slash merge with another business, and managers may lack the experience to deal with the other businesses. So here's a little graphic to help you identify um, organic versus inorganic growth opportunities. So for organic, we have pricing strategy, marketplace presence, customer value, relationship management, new products, and adjacent markets. Whereas inorganic is mergers and acquisitions, new domains, and strategic partnerships. Now let's move on to PLCs, also known as public limited companies. As a business grows, it may choose to become a public limited company, PLC. In a PLC, shares are sold to the public on the stock market. People who own shares are called shareholders. They become part owners of the business and have a voice in how it operates. A CEO and board of directors manage and oversee the business's activities. When a business sells shares on a stock market, this is known as floating on the stock exchange. So, what are some advantages and disadvantages of being a PLC? Well, advantages include the business having the ability to raise additional finance through share capital. Shareholders have limited liability. There are increased negotiation opportunities with suppliers in terms of prices because larger businesses can achieve economies of scale. But there are also some disadvantages of becoming a PLC. These include the fact that it is expensive to set up, requiring a minimum of £50,000. There are more complex accounting and reporting requirements for the business, and there is a greater risk of a hostile takeover by a rival company. Okay, so now we can move on to sources of finance for growing and established businesses. Now, I know this is a lot to take in one video, guys, so please, please, please feel free to pause, go away, and come back to this video when you feel like you're ready to take in some more information, okay? You don't have to watch this video all in one go. You can pause, you can go away, and you can come back when you're ready to continue. I know it's a lot to take in. So assuming you've done that, I'm now going to continue on with the lesson. So capital found from within a business is called an internal source of finance, whereas capital found from outside a business is an external source of finance. Internal sources of finance include retained profits, selling of assets, and the owner's savings. Retained profits are profits held back in the business for reinvestment, rather than being issued as dividends. Advantages of this are it's cheap, quick, and convenient, and there is easy access to the money. A disadvantage is once the money is gone, it is not available for any future unforeseen problems the business might face. Once it's gone, it is gone. Selling of assets is another internal source of finance, and this generates capital by selling unwanted assets such as machinery and equipment. An advantage of this is that it is convenient and can create space for more profitable uses and can be quick. Disadvantages, however, are the business might not get the full market value of the assets or even sell them at all. Not getting the full market value is known as depreciation, and that's when a product loses value over time. Another disadvantage is business might also need the assets in the future, but if they sell them, well, of course, they don't have them anymore. And we also have the owner's savings. So this is a third source of internal finance, being the owner's savings. An advantage of this is that it's very cheap, it's quick and convenient because it's just what they have saved up. Disadvantages is the owner might not have enough savings or may need cash for personal use. So not every person is able to put all of their personal money into their business to push it along and get the cash flow looking better. But many people, in fact, require their personal savings for their personal life and just do not have the ability to put that into their business. And now we can move on to external sources of finance, such as loan capital, stock market flotation, and share capital. Loan capital is a lump sum capital borrowed from a bank and paid back in installments. An advantage to this is that it has regular repayments, which are made over a period of time, so it's easy to manage. Disadvantages are that sometimes it can take a while for a loan to be approved, and the business may not even qualify for a loan. Um, Also, interest is applied, so this can be an expensive option as you're going to be paying back more than you borrowed over time. And banks may also ask for collateral in case the business fails to make repayments. So this means that the bank will get additional assets um, as a security measure against the business. Stock market flotation is money raised when a business becomes a PLC by offering shares to the public to buy. So, some advantages of this are that this option can raise large amounts of capital as it is easy for the public to buy shares through a stockbroker or bank. The shares don't have to be repaid and no interest is applied to them. And the business can also gain recognition through this method. However, it does have some disadvantages, these being it can be complicated and expensive, and there is the possibility of losing control as anyone can buy shares. The profits are paid to shareholders, and the business records are made public. And there is also the risk that some investors will only buy shares to make a quick profit by selling them when the share price increases. Share capital is money raised when a business becomes a private limited company by offering shares to a select group of people in return for capital. The advantages of this is that it does not have to be repaid and no interest is applied, and a business can choose to whom it offers shares. However, it does have the disadvantage that profits made by this business are paid to shareholders, so control of the business gets diluted for the owners. And that is today's lesson, guys. Any questions, please feel free to leave in the comment section and I will get to them as fast as I can. Leave a like on the video if this helped you in any way, and please do subscribe to the channel for more business lessons in the future. I'm Mr. Fussell. Thank you for watching.